I wouldn't be surprised if we see the bracket reset, but at the same time, this could just sort of swing heavily one way or the other. Let's see how it fires off as we start things off on Pokemon Stadium 2 for tonight's Grand Finals.
Yeah, and the stage that both of them will routinely go to over and over and over again, as Jakal is able to find the Nair off of the neutral tech, but not able to continue the combo further, but he is able to continue his advantage after coming from off stage, playing out of shield and not flinching against Zomba's platform movement, able to keep on juggling, keep on pressuring with these Wolf aerials, these up airs and forward airs, making the most out of it. Yet a couple down tilts and the laser come in, which means Zomba is on the move.
Yep, and as soon as that battle finds itself to the ledge, it is dangerous for Jakal, because look at how all of that damage managed to equalize itself and find into a position where Zomba is able to take first blood all off of one continuous interaction.
Yeah, the flow is certainly there for Zomba, as the parry on Nair is something that Jakal is going to keep finding and find more and more of in order to find harder and harder punishes as well off of him. F-tilt is certainly good, but if you're Wolf taking stocks at 160, or 140, I guess, because that will be the end of the game, and that will be the end of the first stock for Zomba. He needs to find these stocks out significantly earlier if you're Jakal, because Zomba is going to be closing out Wolf stocks, whether it be off of edge guards or off of combos, usually around the 110, 120 mark. And if you're forced to just play more and more neutral with R.O.B, that's a dangerous situation to continually put yourself in. But these low percent combos will certainly be clutch for Jakal. Able to put up a quick 50 after landing the final jab. Trying to fare out of shield, but retreated a little bit too far. That down air comes in once more, the sour spot, looking for the sweet spot, missing ever so slightly. And same thing could be said for, oh, wait a minute, well, a couple down tilts, but missing the finisher.
It just went right over to the other ledge. It did not matter. Zomba not finding enough success over on the left side. So let's rack up that damage all the way to the right. It's still not going to find a kill, but look at the damage that got racked up so quickly.
Yeah, over and over and over again, we see just how both of these players really ride their internal momentum, and if they're able to hit something or if they're able to escape from a dangerous spot, they take an inch and make it ride for a mile. But that up throw will do it for Zomba, closing out the stock at 160. Well, and at low percent, with Wolf being as fast a follower as he is, Zomba's combo game, he's got to be prepared for it. I love that early recovery from Jakal, going right to the platform, not trying to, as you mentioned before, not trying to deal with a ledge trap that Zomba has been so dangerous in.
Yeah, no, he can't afford to spend any time off stage, because you know it just takes one swift fair or a hit of a gyro, and that's it. As I speak it into existence, Zomba takes game one in impressive fashion, and Jakal's going to have to find the answers as we move back, most likely to PS2 for game two. I feel like it's just a matter of upping the ante now on Zomba. Like, Jakal needs to be able to press more aggressively, make those wins in neutral matter more, rack up that damage faster, and as you were saying at the beginning of this set, needs to find those kills fast.
Yeah, trying to go in an X Factor shootout with R.O.B is going to be it's a tall order for any character, and perhaps even every character. By X Factor, I mean like early kill potential. But when it comes to early damage potential, Wolf certainly has that in aplenty. Yet Zomba's already looking for kills.
He's trying his damnedest, but between gyro and weird R.O.B hitboxes, he's not finding them just yet.
All right, down to a couple hits keeps Zomba in a advantage spot. Spot dodging that grab out of shield. Here is Jakal hunting for that stock, hopping around, gets stuffed over and over by these R.O.B F tilt. Such an underrated move in R.O.B's arsenal, but Zomba making it look phenomenal, especially that up-angled F tilt, the up angle to the F tilt as an anti-air, as he's able to close out stock one and not respond.
Almost get an answer right back because of dash attack, but excellent stalling from Zomba means he's not going to die just yet. Jakal unable to find the two-frame kill, so we'll see what Zomba can do while he's maintaining this lead.
Oh, and he's able to extend the lead and then some. 75 off of just pokes and simple two-hit combos, but the Wolf's back air closes out the stock, finding that sweet spot. 80%, this isn't bad, especially off of that falling fair. That's a great starter. And a quick 50, but not following the air dodge. Looks like he was trying to scout the platform a little bit too hard, which missed out on some damage. Though being able to reset to a spot like this is definitely extremely good for Jakal. Assuming the overshoots from Zomba, just be able to run up and down to expecting the dashes away from Jakal. Almost finding that combo, which would have killed. Man.
Just barely missing the confirm there. Would have been very important for Zomba to take that early lead, but he's just not finding. Having to fight tooth and nail right now. Jakal's doing a great job of swinging out of the corner.
Yeah, these falling fares are just doing so much for Jakal. He's been hunting for them more and more on some of the more aggressive options that come out from Zomba. And that's a lot of damage that's able to put on, even able to eclipse the big robot, getting it right back to a true even state. He just needs to find the stock. He's got to be hunting for things like dash attack, hunting for things like back air, and there it is.
You know, it's one thing to showcase a player's mastery of skill with how well they can play when they at least are neutral. But the fact that Jakal managed to find success by fighting out of the corner with such little space to land on, and force Zomba to really pull out all the stops in order just to even the game back up in spite of him taking the lead in game 2, really showcasing that Jakal's on a hot streak right now.
I love that patience from Jakal. He had his back to Zomba and let Zomba end with throw everything at him and just held his block and held strong. But that's almost a kill from Zomba off that nair into the side B. He's looking to keep it going. Ledge is such a hard place to be in. Jakal jumping from ledge yet again. I love that fade back to get to ledge, and he's able to find the nair afterwards.
Spaceys aren't especially well known for having options off stage and from the ledge, and in spite of Jakal doing what he can to mix up those options, it's just not enough to stave the pressure. Zomba takes the first set of grand finals cleanly. It's a 2-0 victory that's going to bring us into reset grands.
How do you cool off an on-fire Zomba? It's
a very good question that not many people locally or internationally can even say. Like, these are both players that have been popping off fantastically at events, when both here at home as well as when they travel. So to see them as evenly matched as they are, I'm not especially surprised to see like Zomba playing this well. Like, you know, I almost expected it because both of them have just been playing on fire tonight. Like, to see Zomba swing so aggressively and come out on top, and to be winning by such a wide margin, it's a good sign for him. It's a very good sign for his status as a player, because doing all this from losers and not even slowing down, he's just been moving forward along. Even here in the beginning of set 2, he's going to be finding first blood.
Yeah, the train doesn't stop until Zomba says it does. As a couple fares come out from Jakal, looking to just see if he can kind of stop the and condition Zomba out of these raw aggressive tools, but not able to do it because Zomba saved his jump. Great DI and great resource management from Jakal to keep himself alive in a very precarious spot as the dash attack punishes the miss tech and get up attack. 140 now. He's looking for the F tilt, looking for the up air.
They're not going to be able to find the kill off of it though. Oh my god, almost dying in response.
Yeah, wow, it just keeps coming, and he does end up dropping the stock. Forced to go to ledge, not wanting to land on stage, and that's exactly where Zomba wants you to be, that down air. Huge, hitting even underneath that PS2, the lip of the ledge. 183 now. And a quick air dodge to ledge. That's not something that Zomba has pulled out quite yet, but it was just what he needed to keep himself alive at 190 now. This back throw should do it.
Yeah, no, at practically 200%. And north of it, back throw is absolutely killing. If not by the side, then above.
Look, I have my doubts about Wolf back throw sometimes.
Don't worry, I understand. Rob is big. He's a big boy. But the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
You know, I just can't help but notice how big Rob is during all of this.
So large. Humongous robot.
He's just like that's at least a 6'5" robot. Look at that spine, and look at these landings from Jakal. He's been slowly mounting a comeback here, just playing the ground game, playing off of this F tilt, able to find parry after parry, catching landing after landing, and the back air trade. Don't call it a comeback.
Jakal been making really smart decisions, trying to stay out of the burst range that R.O.B has. Admittedly, a very large burst range. But just making the best of decisions while peeling around with active hitboxes so they can try and find a counter hit and bring up these strings. The damage still pretty far from evening itself out, but the fact that the stocks have evened out itself is, a pretty remarkable sign.
Yeah, 127, slowly but surely. I like the delay on the recovery, but the jump from ledge and the jump off stage is able to be caught yet again. But that get-up attack to fight through both R.O.B and the gyro. Super clean. Catching a fair, but still surviving a interesting option, missing the ledge. Still surviving, going right back to ledge, but the jump again is caught.
I saw that, bro.
As Zomba takes his 3rd game in a row, looking to close out this reset and close out Fusion number 92 and keep his win streak alive. Jakal, while he played immaculately in that game 1 of True Finals, he's going to need to dig just that little bit deeper and hope he hasn't exhausted all the mix-ups and all the juice he has in the tank to cool off Zomba and to cool off this incredibly large robot.
Listen, R.O.B's been stacking it up since 1985. I don't think anyone ever told him to stop.
No.
He's just been stacking it up constantly.
I wish
now Jakal's looking to knock it all down. An amazing start to a very small game 2.
Yeah, we're admittedly looking at a very tiny screen.
This is the smallest that R.O.B has ever been.
And will ever be. Nick, please. Nick, this screen is small.
R.O.B is too small.
There we go.
There he goes. R.O.B we all know and love. There's an asterisk over it.
There's a little asterisk there, but hey, this
is a big asterisk.
Oh, but and it's starting to get into a big lead for Jakal here. Kind of cashing in on some of the early from some of what he learned in those previous 3 games. Only not even eclipsing 100 yet. Poking out Zomba, but this down tilt. Wow. Usually we would see some grabs come out from Jakal, but he's been pretty content to nair out a shield and force Zomba to fight his way out of the corner and fight his way back in, only to get naired out and lasered away once and time again. Fluttering to the top. There goes Gyro.
That was a really interesting approach to that. Taking his time to grab Gyro, so he didn't have to run the risk of potentially getting hit by it. And throwing it upwards is usually a good call, but Zomba, as soon as he had a gyro available to him, uses it almost as a fake out, just comes right in for the kill, evens up the stock count.
Oh, nairs away, gets the back throw into dash attack, able to find the landing. Oh, nair into up tilt that time, catching him DIing in as this damage just keeps on going forward and forward, but the grab coming down his back throw, not gonna do it.
Making a sweet time coming back to stage and landing with a nair. At 183, Zomba consistently proving that he is chilling at these super high percentages because Jakal just not able to find the in that matters to end out these stocks.
Gets the nair out of shield yet again, trying to maintain his stage positioning. Rolling away, double roll from both players, both of them kind of feeling a little bit antsy. Jakal realizing that this could be the last game of the tournament if he doesn't put something together. Still dashing around, still trying to avoid, but Zomba avoiding every strong hit until that nair finally at 200 comes in. Oh, and this is where the floodgates can start. This is where Jakal can start to regain some of that momentum if he gets a low % combo going. Great air dodge.
Instead, the battle finds itself right to the ledge, right where Zomba needs him to try and even up this stock count. It's the little hits here and there that are making this more and more doable for Zomba because Jakal's struggling to find big damage. Don't get me wrong, fair, great move for taking that stage control. But when Zomba's practically giving you stage control so that you can come inwards and get hit, it's proving to be not as successful as you typically see for when Wolf does find that potential combo starter.
Shoots him away yet again. This has been just kind of a reversal of fortune for Zomba, able to live for so long and peck away at that lead. Now Jakal surviving until 180 himself and extending his lead up to 88. Yet Zomba has been known to cheat out some stocks a little bit.
It's certainly possible.
Not far from it, as the up tilt and the sour spot isn't going to kill. Jakal has to be careful, finds the dash attack, but it's a super sour spot. Uh-oh.
Fake outs with the positioning so that he could find a hit with landing with Nair. So dangerous from Zomba because he's immediately on the hunt, not just to rack up the damage, but to potentially find that early kill.
Another dash attack attempt coming up from Jakal. Looks like Zomba really knows what he's looking for. The Nair out of shield isn't going to do it. That Nair has to be pretty stale at this point. And pretty much throughout the match, it's been the go-to move, but the down tilt and the forward throw as a mix-up rolling through that arm rotor. Clean stuff from Jakal, acknowledging how to keep himself alive in the moment's notice. A quickest pivot grab and no jump.
But still not able to land a side B with a read on the roll from the ledge. Excellent positioning for Jakal, and just like that, we're getting game 3.
Zomba's pulled the trigger pretty frequently all over the place this game, or this entire both sets, but that time properly punished for it, pulling the trigger a little too early as Jakal finds his way back to center and closes it out with the second hit, exclusively the second hit of Wolf F tilt, as we go to the absolute final game of Fusion number 92.
And I love the immediate response there. They're just going to sit a little bit, charge gyro, shoot it away. Like, it's zero commitment from Jakal. It gives him that little bit of an opportunity to find the opening on his own rights. If he's the one to swing first, it does give a decent amount of leverage, because then from there, he could peel away if he wants to. Playing defensively is looking like it's been working out for Jakal, and has been a bit of a messy endeavor for Zomba, who seems to thrive in the scramble.
He's certainly trying his best to hold on to it as a couple fares come in, as he's looking for the big play, looking to find an early lead and get into that defensive groove that Jakal has been extremely good at. But the roll away, that looks like that might have caught Zomba holding away and get him with some bad DI. And it's a massive, we take those from Jakal as he closes out his tech chase with a kill. And let's see what he's got going for him in this second stock.
Up tilts aplenty while Zomba is on the hunt, but great DI is keeping Jakal from not even going off screen with that one. And here he's finding a lot of counter hits too. This is very different from previous games we've seen, where it's taken Jakal a lot of effort to do something with the leads he has when he does have a lead.
Yeah, I like these empty hops that have come out from Jakal repeatedly, just not only jumping around and utilizing one of Wolf's best attributes, but jumping on and through these platforms to keep his movement ambiguous. And if Zomba doesn't know where he's going to head, then you're not going to be able to strike strike the Silver Space Wolf at his most vulnerable when he has to use that double jump. So there the double jump goes, but missing is it slightly. Zomba anti-airing with that up tilt, and the fall through is exactly what Jakal ordered as he hits 180 now, and closing out the stock with Nair. That time is Zomba having gyro in hand, always gives R.O.B the edge, but he needs a lot more.
It's incredibly dangerous. Although throwing gyro away does mean throwing away a bit of that leverage. Although the damage is still building up in Zomba's favor. He's constantly pressuring away at Jakal. One thing I do like that Jakal's been trying to adjust is how he's landing from on high, which is much more difficult for Wolf, as recovering proves to be even more difficult. Jakal now on final stock of the night.
And the game giveth and taketh away. It looks like Jakal just dipped a little bit too low with Wolf's fall speed. Has to find the stock here, and he absolutely does with that up air as we reach last stock. Last game, 0-0. Both players taking it a little bit slow, looking for who's going to get the first advantage. It's Jakal.
Yeah, he finds his Nair, and just like that, he makes a combo out of it too. Something that we have not been seeing a lot of Jakal from this set, in spite of R.O.B being such a large target. Zomba's been doing a great job of navigating around these hitboxes, and these ultra-high recoveries are proving to be really smart, although Jakal seems to have a lock on these landings and has built up 104% without letting go of any pressure.
Yeah, but Zomba's a scrappy one. He'll play it to the very end as Wolf's F tilt doesn't work for doesn't work for Jakal when he really needs it. Yet a dash attack keeps him steady. Jakal has seen that interaction before and knowing how to play around it. hopping through these platforms, hopping around, jumping over and landing it back air, always being safe with his pressure. First and foremost, he doesn't want to give Zomba even a slight chance to bring his game into this ending as he drops to the platform with the up air, and the good DI saves him.
It looked like Zomba was ready to raise his fist-to-fist bump. He looked like he was ready to throw it in right then and there. But the delay of Wolf Flash on the gyro is what's going to end up ending it tonight. Jakal takes it 2-1 over Zomba. Regardless of the 2-0 to reset Grands, Jakal